I've been playing a ton of Game & Watch lately thanks to Super Mario. So what better time than now to look at the Game & Watch Gallery on the original Game Boy? The Game & Watch Gallery is the November 2020 Yokoi Kids highlight. Yokoi Kids is the Game Boy of the Month club that, once a month, highlights a game from the classic Game Boy library. Released in 1997, this late release was published by Nintendo and developed by Nintendo R&D 1. It contains 4 original Game & Watch games: Manhole, Fire, Octopus, and Oil Panic. The big draw to this collection is the fact that each game comes with remakes that not only enhance the graphics, but it also adds little content touches as well as unique music tracks for each game and hints for after you game over. So let's do a quick rundown of the games. In Manhole, no matter what version you play, the goal is to place manholes and gaps to let the characters move across the screen and keep them from falling. In the original, you manually have to move each cover to each gap, with alternating movement patterns of the characters as your only clues for the timing. In the remake, you have Yoshi holding up Toads, Donkey Kong, and Mario. It enhances the gameplay a bit because you don't have to manually place the manhole every single time a character walks by an open spot, and if you're fast enough, you can save falling characters mid-fall. Fire. The goal of this is to trampoline characters from a burning building to safety. In the original, you're saving people from a burning building, and it gets hectic really fast. Eventually, you're juggling like 4 characters at once, and that's when I always die. In the remake, you play as Mario and Luigi, and you save Toads, Yoshis, and Donkey Kong Jr.'s from Peach's castle. It's basically the same concept, but every once in a while they're throwing either stars or bombs that can either help or hurt you. Octopus. The goal here is to collect treasure and make it back to your boat while not getting caught by the octopus's arms. In the original, you're just a Game & Watch and you try and collect more than one treasure, you go back to the boat, but it only adds 3 to your score. In the remake, you play as Mario with Peach in the boat, and if you bring more than one treasure back, you get points for each treasure that you load up on. You can also throw treasure at the octopus in this version to save yourself, but if you do that, you have to go back to the chest to get more treasure to bring back up. This tends to be the hardest one for me for whatever reason. I don't know, I just really don't like this one. Last up is Oil Panic. The goal of this is to catch oil as it falls from the top of the tower, and you either drop it off over the side to a character that moves back and forth on the building. This one's unique because you have 2 different ways to fail, either by missing the oil 3 times or by splashing the bystanders with oil 3 times. This winds up giving you more chances to live since you can strategize what miss you want to take in order to extend your gameplay. In the remake, you play as Mario dumping oil to Yoshi, and there's an extra twist where Yoshi can extend his tongue to catch the oil, so you can extend your timing and really kind of strategize just that little bit more. You can also get more points for the more oil that you catch in your bucket each time. And when you play as Mario in the remake, you have 2 buckets to juggle, so that's always fun. As far as the original games go, there's very simple, so the translations are pretty much spot on here. I like the enhancements with the remakes. The graphics are big and detailed, but they don't really do anything to push the Game Boy to its limits. The sound's good as well with enhanced effects and music tracks for each game. The music compositions are nothing special, but it does make for perfect background noise. I do like the slight gameplay tweaks on each of these remakes, and the chance to get extra life randomly helps as well. There's a surprising amount of content in here. Depending on the game, if you hit a certain threshold, either 400 or 800 points, you can unlock a museum where you can look at screenshots at up to 16 different Game & Watch games. You can also unlock a special star mode, which is harder than hard, if you reach 1,000 points in any of the remakes. So, as you can tell, I am not close enough to being good enough to get any of these unlocks, but it does give me something to shoot for. Overall, this is a decent little package. It's a nice pick up and play kind of game, and if you're a Game & Watch enthusiast, there's a lot here to like. And if you've ever been curious about the Game & Watch, then it's way better than trying to track down a 40-year-old handheld. Unfortunately, I just found myself getting bored of these games pretty quick. They just really aren't for me. They're just not that engaging, and I also kind of feel like they could have added more games to this gallery as well. It was popular enough though to get 2 sequels for the Game Boy Color, and there's a 4th edition on the Game Boy Advance, not to mention 2 collections on the DS. Oh, and let's not forget, Mr. Game & Watch has been added to Smash, where he's actually one of the longer tenured characters at this point. You can get the gallery for under $10, which it's a decent price. It's not a must-own for the Game Boy library, but if you can find it for cheap, it's not a bad pickup. And that will do it for today, guys. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to our page, and check out our links to our other Yokoi Kids videos, our video game reviews, and our Power Hour podcast, which is also on iTunes, Spotify, and Stitcher. Until next time, guys, cheers.